Hey guys, David here, and I wanted to talk to you real quick about a question that I got. I got a question. Why is it that I do direct mail or direct marketing as far as my advertising or most of my advertising? Why don't I use like Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn and stuff like that? The reason being two big reasons. One, safety. When mailing out postcards or doing direct mail, it's hard for your competition to knock you off. I'm a big fan of Russell Brunson, and Russell Brunson teaches how to knock people off. He calls it funnel hacking, where he goes in and he looks at your entire funnel, buys your upsells, downsells, and looks at everything, takes screenshots of everything, takes takes your video, downloads it, prints it out as far as the words go, has someone like transcribe it and everything, and basically your funnel is his funnel. So now he can go through and figure out what it is that you're doing, and then knock it off. Similar. And that is great for people who are just beginning, but it's not so great for somebody who is established. So if you, the one who put together this whole funnel from scratch, you figured out what's working, and now someone else is digging into your market share, kind of sucks. With postcards, that doesn't happen. When I hold up postcards, it's always just to show you guys that they're labeled and stamped. It's not the other side. I don't tell people what I put on the postcards, so unless you got one of my postcards, you don't know. Hard for you to knock that off. The other thing is, website-wise, websites like What Runs Where can break down all the demo and everything on your website, where it's getting traffic. SEMrush can do it, Moz can do it. So there are a bunch of different websites out there where you can start picking apart someone's website. Well, with direct mail, you can't. You can't see where my ads are being displayed because they're not being displayed. You can't see who's clicking on my ads because it's a direct link. You get a website on a postcard, you go to that website, that's it. So it's a lot safer for me. The other thing is predictability, and that was the big thing. That was the major reason. Even if it wasn't as safe, because it is as predictable as it is, I'd be using it regardless. If I mail out 1,000 postcards, I know how many buyers I get. If I'm getting 1% on a list, then that's 1% per 1,000. Generally, as you mail up, once you pass like 5, 10,000, something like that, the actual percentage comes down. So like if you're doing 1% on 1 to 5,000, as you scale up, it may come down to 0.7 or 0.6, whatever it is, or 0.5. It doesn't really matter. But because you're mailing so much more, you make it up in volume. So when I do solo ads, I have great providers make great money with solo ads. I'll send out 1,000 solo ads with one guy this month. I'll get a result. Next month, I can mail the same guy and get a different result. It's not predictable. It's not that predictable. It's not pinpoint accurate, and that's what I need in my business to scale it up fast. That list that I sent out for 4,000, that test is already starting to make money. In the next couple of days, I'll see how good it is. But then once I see that result, I go do another test, which is slightly larger. Personally, this is how I do it. I'll do another test that's slightly larger, and then I'll start mailing that whole list. And if it's got 100,000 names on it, or 200,000, 300,000, 500,000, I have long periods of time where I can stay and live in that list. And the goal is to live in the list for forever. You want a goal that has a good universe, and you want a goal that has a good hotline. Hotline means that the numbers for their sales. So every 4 months, they're putting 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 new customers, and those are what you mail. Because these are buyer lists, right? I talk about secret lists and how to avoid those. I talk about compiled lists and how to, duck those too, because basically you can go to Yellow Pages and you got a compiled list. So we're only mailing to buyers. No other media besides direct marketing can you mail to buyers. There's a sequence in which that you get this right, this postcard stuff right, and it's pretty much write your own check. As much as you can afford to mail, just mail it out and you'll make the money. That's how it is with me right now. The reason why I can mail as much as I mail is because I know predictably, within a, give or take, I know how much money I should be making on the front end for this. I know my back end numbers as far as how many people are upgrading and all that stuff, so it makes it really predictable. So that's kind of in a nutshell why I use direct marketing and direct sales advertising as far as what I do, and not a whole bunch of the new advertising. I don't like talking to people who aren't buying stuff like it is that I'm selling. It could be anything. If I have shoes to sell, I want you to have bought shoes before. If I'm trying to convince you to buy shoes or trying to convince you what a shoe is or anything like that, it's too much work. So I go after the low-hanging fruit, which is why my business runs the way it does. And it's pretty darn efficient, if I may say so myself. So let me just show you what, we're finishing up dinner here, and I got some stamping to do. Basically, the list came in, so we have our non-test list, and there's close to 5,000 postcards in this box. So we got all that. We're actually stamping right now, or labeling right now, to add to this to get this out. When I normally send postcards out. Next thing is in the list of actual stamped up, just stamped up cards. I got the question, how many cards do I try to keep in the box? 10,000 or better, usually. Reason being is it's really easy to walk across the street with 50 or 60 or 70 bucks and just buy 200 stamps and then just come back here and stamp. Or if you do that over a period of time, you'll build up a big box of, you know, stamped postcards, and then when your list comes in, you just label them. I like to do the labeling or the stamping at one time. I try not to label and stamp at the same time. It drives me bonkers. And then we have the actual box of stamped or labeled postcards, which I got a paper in the car that's got to get cut tomorrow, so I add another 3,000 to that. So we'll get all this stuff stamped up and labeled up, and we'll get these out when I normally send postcards this week. But I know how much money I'm gonna make with that within a plus or minus. You know, I know pretty much how much money this should make me, and having that predictability inside of a marketing modality it's priceless to me. I built a salon. I have a salon right now. I'm in the back of it. I built that salon with a $200 printer. I can't think of any other modality where I can start for that cheap and make that much money, and relatively quickly too. I know everyone wants to avoid the get-rich-quick things. You guys want to take forever to make money. I didn't. I wanted to get rich quick. I recommend it. It's a lot nicer. And also, I will be coming out with more content because I hired 2 new receptionists to run the front desk full time, so I'm not at the front desk once I get them trained up. Probably another couple weeks they'll be trained up. Before I go on vacation, for sure they'll be trained up so that I can go on vacation and not have to shut down the salon like last time. But you know, it's just doing the thing that needs to be done is, I guess, the biggest takeaway from this. So you don't have to like direct mail like I like direct mail. You can like solo ads. You can like Facebook. You can like Google. You can like whatever it is that you like. Just get really good at it. You don't get paid for being mediocre. You know, I can set up ads, and I'm pretty good on Facebook. I can get a good CTR and all that stuff. I just choose not to. Twitter, LinkedIn, same thing. It's a new marketing modality, but it's the same thing. It's sorting the buyers. I don't want to sort the buyers. I only want to talk to buyers. Another thing, I guess the last thing, is with postcards as well, you're only mailing to people who you want to mail to. So for me, I'm only mailing in the United States. The United States has the highest wealth concentration in the world. So the average person who I'm mailing into not only has bought a product at a similar price point as my front end, I know that. They've also more than likely have more money disposably than the rest of the world, person for person. So those are 2 real great reasons, aside from what I said earlier, that I use direct mail. So if you're wondering how I use direct mail, or you're trying to figure out how you can use direct mail inside of your business, you know, if you've got a coaching program, you've got affiliate products, or you have any type of business, really, I use postcards for my salon, bringing a ton of people with postcards with my salon through EDDM, which is Every Door Direct Mail. Love that stuff. And then our client referral program and mailing out like that. So I use direct mail in every facet of my business. I believe in direct mail wholeheartedly. I would tell anybody who's just starting out to figure out direct mail, and then once you get good at that, just scale that up, and you got every available list possible. So it doesn't matter what you're selling or what it is that you're doing. You can use direct mail, and it does work really, really well. Just something to think about. How many emails do you get a day? So if I had something that I wanted to get to you immediately, right, and I wanted you to get it today or tomorrow, and what's the best way to reach you? Is it going to be sending you an email and winding up in your email box and hopefully you open it, or is it going to be a postcard or a letter? Something to think about. So I hope this video helped you out. Again, if you're trying to figure out how to use direct mail, or trying to figure out if you want to use direct mail inside of your business, doesn't matter what business, I can show you how it is that I use it inside of my salon, brick and mortar style, or how it is that I've used it in the past for my coaching programs, or how I use it now as far as the business opportunity that I'm in, Mobe. If you'd like to work with me, just click the link below and actually get started, and we can go through all of this and get you up and running. So we will talk soon.